Well, this is Monday, and we bring you another edition of Sports Today here on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. And it's so much stuff as we look ahead to the last round of matches in the Globe Premier League. Of course, we also look at the Black Stars. So many things happening within the camp of the Black Stars. President John Dramani Mahama says, well, let's hold it. It's time that I add my influence to it to get all those players who may not want to play for the Black Stars to come and play, because surely it is reaching crucial moments in the ongoing World Cup qualifiers. Togo gave Cameroon a very big shock defeat. We'll be telling you about that later on. And also, we'll look around the world for other qualifiers that were played as teams get ready to emulate the example of Japan, who have already booked a place in Brazil 2014. Also, we do a review of the big weekend where Michael Essien hosted a big list of stars, football stars from all over the world, to grace the Michael Essien Game of Hope and Inspiration at the Accra Sports Stadium. So President John Dramani Mahama is saying that, guys, you need to come back to the Black Stars and play for the team. What do you make of these comments? Send us a text message, 1760. It will cost you only 30 Ghana pesos. And also later on, we'll be looking at what is happening in tennis after Serena Williams recorded her 16th Grand Slam title. And also Rafael Nadal going on to a number 8. And Nadal surely has a very big story to tell when it comes to tennis this year. He has made a remarkable recovery after injury was plaguing him and was giving him major challenges. You're welcome to the show. I assure you it's going to be packed. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Of course, the Carl Bell National Bike Tour is over, and there is a new winner. The reign of Tete Jangma has been ended, and there is a new kid on the block. We'll be sharing that with you later on in the show. There's every reason to stay right here on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. So we'll be going to the newspapers in a bit, but let's make some money with the commercials. Well, so we go to the newspapers now. This is Sports Today on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. Remember that you can send a text message. It's 1760. Now, on the front page of the Graphic Sports, it says the Black Stars march to the 2014 World Cup. 1 down, 2 to go. Sule Ali Montari is there. Asamoah Gyan is there. The goal scorers on the night when the Black Stars beat Sudan by 2-1. And also it says President Leo Essien and Dede back. It's a family affair, it says, and it directs you to the lifestyle page. Father Abedi and sons Jordan and Andre. And Mourinho rejects Kevin Prince. Big story there on the foreign page. You can check that out. Let's now go into the details of what are in the inside pages of the Graphic Sports. Now, there we are. A family affair. The father of 3 children who are playing football actively, Andre, Jordan, and Rahim Ayew. And Darren Ferguson and his father, Alex, once played under his father at Manchester United. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and his dad as well on the lower part of the page. Harry Redknapp and his son, Jamie, also featured there. Jordi Cruyff also stepped into his father's big shoes at Barcelona. And, of course, Frank Lampard and his dad, Frank Lampard Sr., also featured there at the bottom part. They also played for England at different eras. So that is the lifestyle page of the Graphic Sports newspaper. We move on to see more. And on the local page, we've got tennis action, and the man surely has a very big story to tell for this year. A remarkable story of recovery, and surely he establishes himself one more time as the king of clay. Nadal Nadal looks, mannerisms, and game over 8 French Open titles. Amazing, isn't it? Beating David Ferrer 3 straight sets to make this happen. So there we are. There we are. And, of course, in the center spread, there's action from the French Open. There's also action from some qualifiers that were played. Mario Balotelli just will not understand why he should be shown a red card. He should be shown a red card. Serena Williams displays a trophy there. And Usain Bolt, no other than Usain Bolt, hands over the trophy for the French Open 2013 to Rafael Nadal for that very impressive feat. Also, on page 10, there's a very big picture with President John Dramani Mahama, Michael Ballack, Michael Essien, and of course, Mr. Mike Gizzo, who is the board chairman of the Essien Foundation. Michael Essien presented a jersey, a customized jersey to President John Dramani Mahama, and also decorated him with one of the medals. So there we are, Michael Essien, an AU ambassador, and also on the local page, page 11, there are some stories there. Kwesi Appiah must be more assertive. This is from Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, who's a former chairman of the Ghana Football Association. And there's a story from Alberto Mario Noretti, who says poverty turns former Olympian into a cleaner. And this is Prince Amate, who won one of Ghana's few medals at the Olympic Games in boxing, and he is now a cleaner. Very sad story there. And this is something that will be followed by Joy Sports eventually. And this is especially when Ghana needs inspiration from big names like that to perform big, and get big results at the Olympic Games, which is the biggest multi-sport event stage that any sportsman or woman can get. We look at the back page, and of course, Yaya Mohammed of Amida's Professionals trying to break away from his Liberty Professionals marker. So the league is down to the wire. Chelsea and Kotoko on 53 points each. Who becomes the winner? We get to see. So that's the Graphic Sports newspaper for you. I also have the 90 Minutes newspaper, and it says Ronaldo nets a £32 million a year deal. Jan says, I'm on fire. Asamoah Jan is there. Kwejo Asamoah is also there on the front page. We look at the center spread of the 90 Minutes newspaper. And it begins summer bliss for all the big names in Europe. Spending time with family, some, taking it easy and partying as well. And it's called the Holiday Fever Special in the 90 Minutes newspaper. Grab it and just have a feel for yourself. Well, the Ghana Sports newspaper says 34 goals and Jan breaks Pele record. So there we are. Of course, Abedi Pele is surely a very big name. Anybody who does anything bigger than he does surely will grab the headlines, and that's exactly what Asamoah Jan is getting. So, Jibril Cisse and Ade, Sheyi Adebayo still show at the Africa 11 and World 11 game. And there are pictures from the Black Stars and their win in Sudan. Asamoah Jan, the captain there. And of course, goalkeeper Fatau Dauda would acknowledge cheers. So, also here, a new record scorer in the Sports Filler newspaper. And it has a picture of Emmanuel Sheyi Adebayo and Michael Essien arriving for the Game of Hope. And on the back page, there we are, a big collage of big names and faces it was interesting who showed up there at that game. So there we are. So that's it for the newspapers. Grab a copy of the newspapers. Remember to follow Tony Bebley on the Joy Sports track later this afternoon with Kwame Jumo Ajiman as they bring you the only newspaper segment on radio on sports programming. And this is something that's been happening on the Joy Sports track for some time now. You join them as they do a bit of analysis on all the stories we're hearing so far. So now we focus this morning on President John Dramani Mahama, who is ready to add his voice to those who are advocating for certain players to return to play for the Black Stars team. Remember, it's crucial stages within the World Cup qualifiers for 2014. And at this stage, the first gentleman of the country himself is adding his voice to it. He said this when the players, Michael Essien, led an array of stars to meet him ahead of his game of hope at the Accra Stadium last Saturday.
The final thing is about the Black Stars. We had a very disastrous outing in South Africa the last time, and it broke all our hearts that we didn't progress further than we did. But I asked Ghanaians to take heart. After that, outing, I said it was not the end of the road. We should continue to give the Stars the support that they need. And I'm sure that they will bounce back. And we can all see the trend that, things are building up again. There are a few issues that need to be resolved. Some players are not too happy, and so have opted out. I believe that they will all come on board. I have spoken to some of the FA personalities to see how, if they need my influence to speak to some of them to come back into the team, I'm willing to do it, so that we have a Black Stars that is united, that is strong, that can continue to make Ghana proud. And so we all look forward to an interesting afternoon today. All of those of you who are here for the first time, I want to say Akwaba. Akwaba in Twi in Ghana means welcome. And I hope that you enjoy your stay in Ghana and that this will not be the first time and that you will come back again and again. Let me say that Ghanaians take their football seriously, and so they watch a lot of the international leagues, the Spanish La Liga. Even as president, I know La Liga, the German Bundesliga, the English Premier League. Anytime these games are being played, a lot of Ghanaians are glued to their TVs. So they know each and every one of you, and so they are going to be very excited to see you playing before their very eyes. And I hope that the experience would also be good for you, that you come and see the beautiful country Michael comes from, and that you do him proud by the performance that takes place this afternoon.
You heard the president, you heard his comments. It's 1760. You send in a text message. It's gotten down to the first gentleman of the land, and he says that he is ready to add his influence to what will be happening in terms of, persuading these players to come and play for the Black Stars team. And the question you'd want to ask is, who, calls the shots when you're in your most stubborn of moods? And this time around, it's the president calling. Let's see how these players take a listen to what the president is saying, and let's see what their reactions are going to be like. Trust me, we are going to follow this every single step of the way, and we will bring you all the reactions as and when they come in. 1760 is the text code. Send a text message, and let's get talking about the major topic for discussion today as President John Dramani Mahama adds his voice to those advocating for the return of certain players to the Black Stars team. Michael Essien surely being number one because he hosted that big game itself. Now, let's also take a listen to what happened at the weekend. Of course, there are big qualifiers. The Black Stars are posting that big win over Sudan, 3-1 in Sudan. And, of course, we have some highlights of other matches as well for you. Mistake of it. This is how it started. It will not go through. Another attempt. It won't go through. Asamoah Gyan. And there. So there was a penalty after Richard Kisi-Boateng had been red carded, and there it is, Asamoah Gyan with that wonderful header across from the man Harrison Attoh, and Asamoah Gyan will just rise over his marker and put his head to it, and there it is, Ghana on course. So there it is, the goalkeeper he made a very, very unpardonable mistake. And this is, of course, from the magical left foot of Sule Ali Muntari.
Bafana's pursuit to qualify for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil continued at the neutral Yaoundé in a vital Group A clash against Central African Republic. Aiming for a repeat of the 2-0 victory South Africa recorded over CAR in their last qualifier match in March, Bafana were leading 2-0 by the break after an opening goal from Bernard Parker in the 26th minute, able to split the defence. And then some exciting interplay in the SA midfield saw Siphiwe Shabalala orchestrate South Africa's second. Coach Egerson had been quoted before the match saying that even though Bafana were missing a few players through injuries or loss of form, things looked positive. And it continued to look that way even though a third goal took another 45 minutes to be scored. The few chances Central African Republic had was easily handled by the SA defenders and keeper and captain Kune. Bafana though wrapped up the victory in added time. Opa Manyisa providing the assist as Swallows Katlego Mashego headed it in to give Bafana a 3-0 win. A vital result as South Africa next take on Ethiopia in their next group stage match at altitude.
Well, so there it is, amazing goals at the weekend. We also take a listen to Sule Ali Muntari, who's been talking about Asamoah Gyan and that record that he has set, the new record of 34 goals for the Black Stars team. Of course, it is surely disputed that Asamoah Gyan could be the top scorer of all time, but at least for now he's been able to break the record, the available record of legend Abedi Pele, who has 33 goals. Let's take a listen to Sule Ali Muntari, who's been hailing his captain Asamoah Gyan.
This moment, pretty football, as you said, doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we get the 3 points. We win our group. That's what we want. So we don't really care about good football now. So we want to get any 3 points that comes our way.
And then very finally, before you go, Asamoah Gyan has broken the record of all-time goals scored by a Ghanaian. He's got 34 goals now. So what's your message to him?
To Asa?
Asamoah Gyan.
Yeah, he's a living legend. We're proud to have a kind of player of his potential in our team, and we're very pleased. He's not stopping here. I think he has more goals he has to score more goals for us, and he's one of our top scorers. So very pleased to have him, and I'm very happy.
I said my last question, but I lied. Last one. That goal you scored from the center, did you mean it, or the wind took it in, or what was it? That was a magic goal right from the corner into the net.
Yeah, I wanted to cross it in for someone to head it, but it went in, so happy that I got to go.
Thank you very much.
Finally, Michael Essien has said that he wants to come back and join you guys. You are a very good friend to Michael Essien. Has he told you something about his coming back?
Did he tell you?
No, he said it in the media.
Told who? I didn't hear him, but that's a good news if he said something like that, because he's an amazing player, amazing guy, and then he being back with us is going to give us more potential.
You heard Sule Ali Muntari there. Let's also now take a listen to Coach Kwesi Appiah, who's been talking after this very important win over Sudan. Remember, the next assignment is in Lesotho, and after that, the Black Stars will face the Copper Bullets of Zambia right here in Accra. Let's take a listen to Coach Kwesi Appiah.
I was really happy about the performance of the players. You know, their fighting spirit, you know, their eagerness to kill themselves for the nation, you know, their eagerness to go to the World Cup. that's something that I saw in the players. And for me, you know, if you look at the conditions that we're playing, you know, the heat, and then, you know, playing with 10 men and playing against a very good side too. So I'm really pleased about the results.
Would you say the red card shown to your defender, Richard Kisibati, was fair?
In actual fact, from where I was standing, I could not actually see whether there was a contact. But, you know, until maybe if I watch the replay, then I can comment on it. But, you know, it wasn't a good thing. You know, if you're playing against a very good side and you are down with 10 men, it's a really, really difficult situation.
But the team really showed character by, you know, weathering the storm of the Sudanese to be able to win this game. Has it given you the confidence that you can go all the way, beat Lesotho, and set up a final decider with Zambia?
Yeah, as I said earlier, you know, they really showed, you know, a very, very good character in terms of tactics, more especially in the second half. You know, our main plan was to try and soak the pressure and rely on counter-attacks, you know, which for me, Samoa especially, overworked himself, you know, and no, I'm not bothered about before the record, but after the record, I really, I was really happy about the way we conducted ourselves, you know, and head on to the pressure from the Sudanese. And for me, this is a sign of a good team. And I believe that if we go with that character to the Lesotho game, I know it's not going to be easy playing in their home ground. But saying that if we, with this character and you know, the ambition of every player that is in the team now, I totally believe that you give them a very good game, and you also surprise them when we get to South Africa. Sorry, Lesotho.
Don't you think this victory has maybe, well, whether it's positive or not, it might have a negative effect on the team, because the players might want to think that there's a time for us to jubilate. What would you do to ensure that they'll put this game behind them, because it's an important win you had today?
So you heard Ibrahim Sanidara. He is the spokesperson of the FA in an interview with the Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah there. And of course, one person who's been lauding the effort of the team is Minister for Youth and Sports Elvis Afriyie Ankrah, speaking with a lot of strength and having a lot of inspiring words for the Black Stars team.
I don't know what to say. I mean, you've made us so proud. You've made Ghana proud. Our phones have been ringing non-stop. Put it off. This was not an easy match, but you showed skill, dexterity, determination, and experience. And God was also on our side. I told you that God is taking us to Brazil. When you do your part, He will also do His part. Amen. So this match shows that there are a few areas that we need to work on. Let's continue to work on it as we build on gradually. By the time we get to Brazil, we'll become an invincible team. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. When I speak, I don't just talk. I see something invincible before I speak. So whatever I tell you, just believe. Do you understand me? Whatever I tell you, believe it. I say we are going to Brazil and we will set a record which will never be set before. So I thank you all very much.
There we are, the very charismatic Minister for Youth and Sports. He should be employed as a psychologist for the team. Very, very strong character indeed, isn't it? Well, we'll be taking a look at what happened in the Michael Essien game of hope and inspiration. But before that, let's just take a look at what is happening in the local Premier League. It's one more match day to go, and we still don't know who will pick up that big, big trophy. Kumasi Asante Kotoko on 53 points, and the same also applying to Chelsea of Brekum, who want to make it a double. So do Kumasi Asante Kotoko retain their title, or do Brekum Chelsea make it a double in 3 years? Well, that should surely be a very big record for the Brekum-based side, if you ask me, if they are able to carry that out. But of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko having a 7-goal advantage, if they're able to win. Even if both sides draw, then Kumasi Asante Kotoko surely will be the league leaders or the league champions for this season. So let's take a look at other results that were recorded on match day 29 of the Globe Premier League. So, well, in a bit, we'll be bringing it to you. Remember, 1760 is the text code. You can send us a text message, and in a bit, we'll be going into the details of those results. There we are. Tema Youth and King Faisal drawing 2-2, and the Tema Youth also find themselves there in 14th position on 31 points. Dwarfs beating Mediama SC, former league leaders, by 2-1. While All Stars losing by 2-2 to our Brekum Arsenals. And of course, Arsenals in a lot of trouble heading towards relegation. And Brekum Chelsea beating Adriana Stars by 1-0 to ensure that positioning. And of course, RTU will remain a goal basket. Heart of Lions did the damage this time around with a 5-1 win. Asante Kotoko beating Ashanti Gold. Very, very impressive, knowing the enormity of the stakes in that derby, beating Ashanti Gold by 2-1. Liberty Professionals and Amidios also drawing goalless. Liberty Professionals, well, finding themselves in some amount of safety there. So let's, it's going to be very, very tough there on the table. It's RTU at the bottom with 6 points. They are done for relegation, of course. 29 points for Brekum Arsenal. So Tema Youth will have to, improve a great deal. So this is it. This is what it's looking like. Dwarfs making sure that they are in the top 4. Mediama SC also there in 3rd position. And, of course, Adriana Stars, Ashanti Gold, Accra Hearts of Oak, and New Edubia CFC. So this is the first half of the Globe Premier League table. And this is the other half. Like I mentioned to you earlier, RTU done for relegation. Brekum Arsenals, if they are to win their next game, they'll go on to 31 points. Same as Tema Youth. Meaning that Brekum Arsenals are also done. One more team to join Brekum Arsenal. Would it be Heart of Lions? King Faisal also seem pretty safe. So this is it. It's looking very, very tight and tough at the bottom. But, well, Brekum Arsenals and RTU done for relegation and visiting the second tier. Let's now see what is happening elsewhere. We told you about the Michael Essien Game of Hope. We promised you that we're going to bring you live coverage of that game. We brought it to you. These are highlights. It was a 6-goal thriller, and 4 of them were scored by the Africa 11 side led by Michael Essien. 2 of them coming from Michael Ballack's World 11 side.
Michael Essien for a good job done. I mean, if you do,
well, there he goes, trying to go past his man, but the ball eventually going off target.
In terms of leading his team on the pitch.
Well, hold on to that thought. Let's see what Adebayo does with this one. Good save by Blackman. And Adebayo rather theatrically going to ground. And what does the referee give it? A penalty?
He has a penalty.
What is it, a penalty? Let's take a look at that. Well, caught his ankle and he went down and he converts for aplomb.
Brilliant one.
And the rest of the World 11 will have to do a bit more than what they've done so far in terms of trying to get back into the... But then again, of course, it's a charity game, so anything goes. No real strict boundaries. It's not really cast in stone, but an opportunity! That's a super goal.
Jabril Cissé did that. He just made sure he was at the right mark goal from, he's doing that zone to anyway.
And that's a lovely ball. He's onside. And that's a lovely goal. That is a lovely goal.
Stephen up here. And you obviously need to ding this ball in order to score.
That's a lovely ball. And Adebayo. Well, what's he doing? He has to score the goal. And it was Okwecha who fired the ball home.
Yeah.
I wonder what Adebayo was up to, nonetheless. And the two legends, a living legend for Black Stars team, the Senegal 92 squad. And this is Delgado. He has an opportunity to get a goal. The feedback striker, and he scores. Does it very well. He's been threatening all afternoon. He took the goal well.
I just love the fact that he really ran very full. Hamza Mohammed had no choice. And bam, scores. Brilliant goal.
Andre Ayew will be announcing his return to the Black Stars very shortly. He devised opinion, but we're just giving you information for now. Good skill. Oh, marvelous. Absolutely top draw. Hamidou Dramani.
Oh, lovely, lovely goal.
And on that humorous note, we've come to the end of the match. The African Select side winning by 4-2.
Did you see that goal by Hamidou Dramani? Beautiful, beautiful goal. And it will remind you of what happened in Germany 2006, the FIFA World Cup, where Ghana beat the U.S. by 2-1. Do you remember that goal? Amazing speed. And just look at the skill. And there it will start, fueling the talk about getting certain players into the Black Stars team. Very crisp, very sharp. And many also argue that a lot of the players use these friendly games to make major statements. We saw the likes of, Richard Kingston. We saw the likes of Hamidou Dramani himself and, many other players, old faces. Stephen Appiah still looking very, very good and still playing. So, it just fuels the talk. You get talking. 1760. In a bit, I'll be sharing some of the, videos with you. But let's now take a listen to many other players who featured there. Andre Ayew was there as well. Stephen Appiah also spoke to Joy Sports. Of course, Richard Kingston also spoke to Joy Sports as well.
With his players and, very hard when there's a game. So. And he always tried to get the best out of his players. And I think it's no motion for everyone. You don't have to joke with your job. So I think he's working as a normal person.
So you would say his return to Chelsea is going to be a positive. People go like, you don't go back to a former girlfriend. It's almost always not a no-go area. Jose Mourinho is making a return to Chelsea. Do you see him being as successful as previous? Because he's going to a Chelsea that has won the Champions League, that has won the Premier League, that has won the Europa. It's not the sort of Chelsea that he had been at in 2005.
Well, I don't see this as going back to your ex. That's a totally different thing. We're talking about football, and football sometimes people just go back and things work. So we all crossing our fingers, and hopefully it will be a very positive return for him and for the club.
And you're looking forward to playing a major role for him at Chelsea?
Well, I will work I work hard and always make myself available for him. If he needs me, I'll go out and work hard for the team to win.
And would you prefer going back to your normal role, or you like to be played around in defense, as and when you're needed?
Honestly, I don't mind really. I don't mind where I play. Just put me on the pitch, tell me what to do, and I work hard for the team to win. That's the main thing. That's the main important thing for me. And I don't think I have much to prove now. I think I've done it all. So just go out and work hard and win games.
Okay, and what's your relation with Roman Abramovich? I hear he likes you a lot.
Well, I think everyone likes me at the club, and I think he does as well. So, and when the owner likes you, it's quite important. But I take it as it comes, and he's such a lovely man. So it's good.
Well, there are some more interviews for you. Let's take a look. Major reactions after that big game, Michael Essien Game of Hope. You heard him. He says that he's ready to get back to Chelsea. He is ready to be used by coach Jose Mourinho. Who else is next? Take a look.
How does it feel to be a part of this afternoon's occasion?
Well, it's a great thing, and for me personally, and especially for Michael, I want to thank all Ghanaians that came. You know, we can see a lot of people cheering. So that means the Ghanaians love us, love Mike, love what he's doing. I'm very happy and very proud, and today being here helping this occasion is a great thing.
It's not often that we get to see these array of stars come over to our parts. We watch you on TV, we don't get to see you personally. What do you think this will do to the African game? All these fans here getting to see all these stars on show this afternoon.
You know, this shows that sometimes you have players that in Ghana we need to respect. So somebody like Michael Essien, he played Lyon, Chelsea, Real Madrid. He managed to bring players such as Malouda, Balak, Ricardo Carvalho. I think a lot or maybe no African will be able to bring such players in our country. So I think we need to know what we have in our country and respect the player that we have and believe in what he can do in football for Ghana and especially outside football.
So you think that for these players that we are getting to see this afternoon, they can, push these young lads who are here watching them to help with their careers?
For me personally, seeing such players is a great thing for me. You know, I watch Balak play. He has done a lot of great stuff. You can see Malouda. You can see Djibril Cissé, a lot of players, Ricardo Carvalho, I can name them, they are all here. Austin J. Joe Kocha, people who did great things and people which I can learn from. It's true, I'm no more that young, I'm 23 years old. I've played Champions League, I've played the World Cup, I've played African Cup. I won a lot of trophies in my career till now, even though I'm very young. But I can still learn from such people. And me having the opportunity to see them is a great thing for me.
You mentioned that you're 23-year-old, but has someone told you you're going bald?
It's part of life. It's the family. It's the family. Look at my uncle. Look at my dad. Nobody has hair, so we take it like that.
But I'm sure you're very happy to be here this afternoon.
I'm happy. I'm on holidays. I'm enjoying myself. Well, we're all happy to be here. It's a very big thing, and it's good. It's good for Ghana.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, so you see, this is it. You only get this here on Joy Sports. We will be bringing you some more interviews on this in subsequent editions of the show. And, so much in terms of interviews with the big names. Let's take a listen to Stephen Appiah, the skipper. You'd have to stay tuned because on Wednesday we'll bring you an exclusive with goalkeeper Richard Kingston. It will be only here on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. Let's take a listen to, Captain Stephen Appiah, especially after everybody's been saying, look, this guy still looks fit. He looks good. He needs to play, regular football. He needs to get a club. What does he have to say to it? Take a listen.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great because I'm in good shape anyway, so I'm feeling good.
When you say you are in good shape, are we likely to see you play at the highest level again?
Of course, because I think that, I love the game. I have passion for the game. So if you have passion for whatever you're doing, I think that you're doing with your heart, with everything. So I think that, I can play in the highest level again.
I saw you following the Royal House people for their walk, and you look very, very, very fit. What do you think has made it a bit difficult for you to get to play at the highest level like you've always wanted?
Well, I don't know. I still keep asking myself, what's wrong? What went wrong? What was the problem? Still, I don't get the answer, but I'm still training. As I said, I'm still training. We'll see what will happen. I'm a guy who doesn't give up easily. I know myself and I know what I can do. Nobody knows me better than I do. So, yeah, we'll see what will happen. We'll see what will happen.
For someone like you who played at the highest level, I'm sure there are a lot of agents who are still monitoring you. Do you have an agent who is working out something for you?
Well, I think that Stephen Appiah is the most hottest player on Earth planet, but still something concrete that hasn't happened. So, as you said, I've been asking myself what went wrong, what's the problem, because still the skills is there. I have the passion, and I don't know what is happening, but we'll see. I'm not giving up anyway. I'm training and I'm fit. I'm ready to play in the highest level, but we'll see. As I said,
does this frustrate you?
No, never, because as I said, I'm a strong guy mentally, physically. I'm very, very strong. So I think that it doesn't. At times, yeah, maybe not for frustration, but maybe you wonder what's going on. What's going on? Because you see that you can still play, but something is blocking you. As I said, I've been training. You can see how I look.
Yeah,
I'm looking fit, as you said. We'll see. It's difficult, but. Yeah, I will be laughing again.
How is Madame and the children doing?
Oh, they are fine. At the moment, I'm really enjoying my family.
Are they here with you?
Yeah. They are upstairs watching the game.
Nice.
Yeah. And as I said, I'm really enjoying them. For the past maybe 13 years or 12 years, I wasn't enjoying them much like that, but staying with the family is unbelievable.
Do they ask you questions, especially the children? Daddy, we don't see you playing on TV anymore.
That's the saddest thing, because now they're growing and they're always talking about football. They know the game more than I do, and then yeah, they really want to see me playing. At times they have to throw a match, so we play in the house. We bet to each other. Yeah, and we enjoy when we played. They really wanted to see me play, and I know that God will make it happen to make them happy.
I hear the elder one was with the Juventus Academy. How is he doing?
Yeah, he's doing great. He's really a good player, but now he's going to school, and then we'll see. If he decides to play football, we'll just give him the support.
Exclusive interviews right here on Joy Sports. And of course, you have to stay tuned for more on Wednesday, because we will bring you some more. Goalkeeper Richard Kingston, when was the last time you heard him talk? Well, we will be telling you about him, and he will be talking to us here on the channel, about family life, football, where he's been and what he's been up to as well. All of it will be right here, and that's the reason why if you don't have your Digibox, you have to get one now. We go ahead with some more stories here on Sports Today on Joy Sports on Multi TV, and one player of Ghanaian descent who's also been in the news for the purposes of returning to the Black Stars team is Kevin Prince Boateng. Well, Coach Jose Mourinho says that the player is more of a model than a footballer. Coach Jose Mourinho surely has sharp words sometimes. Well, he is dismissed media reports that he is planning on signing Kevin Prince Boateng, claiming that the midfielder is more interested in a lavish lifestyle than football. Mourinho slammed the Ghana international that he had more hairstyles than goals while playing for AC Milan in the just-ended season. And the Portuguese manager branded the want-away AC Milan stars a not serious player who's not fit to play at Chelsea. So Mourinho says that, well, the player is not fit to play in his team. He doesn't meet his requirements. So that's it. It's done. If Kevin Prince Boateng should make a move away from AC Milan, it certainly is not going to be Chelsea, because the manager has put the cards, laid the cards on the table, and everything is very, very clear in that regard. And also TP Mazembe, another team wanting to hunt for more Ghanaian players, and this time around Godfred Saka is the player who is on the radar of TP Mazembe, and the right back, after an impressive season in the Ghana Premier League, is on the search engine of the Congolese champions. And Saka, who's 22, has been one of the best defenders in the Ghana Premier League this season, scoring some fantastic goals from his favorite right-back position, and has already been tagged as a potential to take over the Black Stars. Now, the new coach of the club, Patrice Carteron, who is set to take over from Ndiaye Lamine this month, has said not to be too keen on Kasongo Kabiuna, who believes is a player like Saka will offer good competition for Yao Frimpong at the at the back or on the lateral lines. So good news coming in for Godfred Saka. If he's able to complete that, that surely will be a big deal for him. And also we talk about the man. So some more players, and one new player is set to join the Black Satellites team in Novara. Remember that the Black Satellites team is training in Novara in Italy ahead of the start of the very big Under-20 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Turkey. Remember, Joy Sports will be there to bring you a lot of behind-the-scenes stories and news as well. So there's a new player who's joining the team, and it's Alfred Duncan, the Inter Milan midfielder, and he will be there today. He will arrive in the camp of the Black Satellites team, and he's expected to add to the bite of coach Selas Tete's team. And, of course, he's adding to the likes of Daniel Papo, Anderlecht winger, Frank Champong, and Baba Abdul Rahman, who plays in the German league as well. And Richmond Boachi Adam is also expected to join. This surely is going to be a crack team, if you ask me. And all they need is to play as one knit unit. And, of course, the Black Satellites will play Brazil in a friendly. And this is all part of the preparations towards the World Cup. And Ghana will also play Kosovo and African champions Egypt in a 4-nation tournament ahead of the competition in Turkey. And, of course, remember that Joy Sports will be there. We'll be bringing you all the big stories from the camp of the Black Satellites team, who look forward to a second major title for Ghana and for Africa on the world stage. Remember, Andre Dede Ayew was just saying it, that he's won trophies, one of them being the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. So we look forward to that. We look forward to that as well. And, of course, away from that, we bring you some hockey news. We'll be bringing you some more football, but let's do some hockey news now. And there was action in the Dredifo Adamfo Hockey League. Before that, we'll be bringing you some cycling as well. Remember that the man, Tete Jangma, he has been dethroned as the champion. Remember that he held on to the title for a second time running, and this time around there is a new winner. Let's take a look at what happened on the final day, stage 11 of the Cowbell National Bike Tour. Winning it this year around, there was a criterion, a final criterion of over 20 kilometers.
On the Cowbell National Cycling Tour of Ghana, from the club called Johnson, fantastic rider Samuel Emil. Samuel, you need to mount down. Presentation of the green jersey. Today you're not going to take the green jersey off, going to wear the green jersey on the red jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this man once again. white when I say this man here has no sight in the tall. When it comes to the red and the green jersey. Help me welcome onto the stage the cyclist wearing the number 31 jersey from the club called City Micro. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Prosper Attoh. And I'd like to see his chairman on the stage as well. Cities. Oh, the chairman. Put your hands together for our champion.
Congratulations, Prosper Attoh. How do you feel?
I feel so good, and it has been my happiest day in my life that I've won the yellow jersey. And hopefully, I'm hoping that next time I will defend the title again.
Well, our man Samuel Moore there with the man Prosper Attoh. He was able to unseat the man Tete Jangma to win it this year. He says that he wants to keep it next year when the Cowbell National Bike Tour comes your way. It's been a great season of cycling, and we will be bringing you some more wraps of what you saw during the past season. A great season of cycling from stage 1 to stage 11. Remember, Joy Sports has always been your partner, and we surely are going to be your partner. Remember, there are many, many things coming up on this channel, and you always have to grab your Digibox so you could be a part of it. Something big is coming this time around. It's in, let me keep it a secret for now. Let's go ahead and let's do some more. It's hockey action right here on the show Sports Today on Joy Sports on Multi TV. The Jodified Danfo Hockey League entered yet another weekend with competitive action. Let's go over to the national hockey pitch for the action.
Team Checkers, I believe today we played quite well. And although there are rooms for improvement, today's game was okay. Basically, tactically, we were okay. And we created a few chances that we could not take. But I hope in our next game, we're going to do better. What I can also say about the league, because now we've got a sponsorship, there's so much excitement in it, just like you, Multi TV, coming to cover. Formerly, we did not have coverage like this, but I think wonderful. You guys are doing great for us. And I believe and hope we are going to continue your coverage so that at least people outside Accra will also know that yes, hockey, it's a game. And then the ministry also will also come to our aid because we need a lot of help for the national team as well. In terms of the league, I'm quite happy. We are progressing steadily and all the teams are playing competitively this time. I mean, it's going to be tough, I must admit. But we're going to do our best and then make sure we win as Checkers. I hope we're going to win.
All the teams are well prepared, very well prepared. For now, we don't even know who would take the league now, because any other team can take a league. But looking at the way the morning match, there was a draw, and this very one to a draw, it means Tracis are on the top now. But anything at all can happen. Let's see the second round. The officiating is going on well. The team managers are complying with the rules and regulations over here. And we have a lot of spectators coming around to watch it. So we just pray that those who don't understand hockey should come around. As we've started hockey, the hockey league, they should come around and watch. If they don't understand anything, they fall on us. We will explain it further for them to understand.
Well, so there we are, action in the Hockey League. We'll be bringing you some updated scores in the Hockey League later. We'll also be bringing you an updated league table of what is exactly transpiring in the Greater Accra Jodified Danfo Hockey League. And like I always say, if this is replicated all over the country, then of course hockey surely is going to improve a greater deal than it has over the last few years. Let's do some more, but before that, let's do a bit of commercials, and we will, go into amputee soccer. Let's do that before we go for the commercial break. Amputee soccer now has a new administrative direction taking over from the administration that is led by the man Ajete Soa, and now the Amputee Football Association will have a new administration to lead for a specified period of time, and the team was sworn in recently. Joy Sports was there to cover.
New position, and I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on you to deliver and perform.
Thank you very much. Exactly as you said, a lot of pressure, but I'm trusting God for grace to be able to do it. Like I said in my speech, I have for some time I had some relationship with the persons with disability, and in actual fact, it's also based on some passion, naturally, that I have for them, and I believe that there's one thing that we need to understand. This whole thing is about, number one, God first. To the less fortunate ones, that is the challenge. Before, if there's something to think about, whoever is given the opportunity to, it's an opportunity to serve, you know. And so I believe that there is a lot of pressure, yes, but with God, I am confident that it's possible.
Before assuming this position, there's been, some very unfortunate comments surrounding this group and you coming in to take over this position. What do you make of some of these comments that were being, tossed around?
We are human, and no one is perfect. But it's unfortunate, some of the things that went on, very, very unfortunate. Especially, what saddens my heart, especially, is when we see or hear these less fortunate ones, our brothers, members of the team, in some frustrations that sometimes they come out. These are things that normally I am not comfortable with. And I believe also that the previous management, the leadership, also did their best. So in all, to do what they can or what they could to move them to this level. So I believe that, yes, some of them very unfortunate, but who are we? We are human, and we need to move on. And so my prayer is that we move on and see the great things that we are aspiring to see, the amputee soccer bringing to Ghana.
You have assumed responsibility of this group, and I'm sure you have certain plans that you would want to implement in the short, in the medium, and in the long term. What are some of these plans?
Wonderful, wonderful. I believe that we have equally good people in this country, some in other leadership positions, some eminent people in society, some good people in society. What I'm calling for is that all hands on board. I'm opening my door to any Ghanaian and even expatriates, whoever have something good to add, being it ideas, being it support in whatever kind, to move amputee soccer forward. And so some of my plans is, number one, I'm going to sit down with my committee and we put in place plans to bring on board some more people. I am thinking of an advisory board that will have or would comprise of people with backgrounds that would help us. And then after that, you also know, talking about the pressure, this year we also have the African Cup of Nations in Kenya around. And how to raise funds to get this happen. It's one of the pressures. So I think that once we are able to get people who can also come on board to help us, we'll definitely get there and we'll achieve our plans that we have.
Your biggest challenge is funding. We keep hearing that all the time, and you were calling on the corporate world to come assist you.
Okay, so Kwame Juma-Jiman speaking to Reverend Ajakojo there. He now heads the direction for amputee football. There is more here on the show. I'll be telling you how Serena Williams did it and how Rafael Nadal did it. Also, there is news on the Canadian Grand Prix in Formula One. All of these right here, and that's the reason why you don't have to touch that remote control. Some few commercials, and we go ahead with some more. Well, so there is more here. Like I mentioned to you, the man Emmanuel Sheyi Adebayo is a major topic for discussion in Togo. The fact that his team is playing and struggling very hard and striving hard through the very tough times to play and secure qualification for yet another World Cup appearance. Now, the man Sheyi Adebayo still has issues with the Togolese FA, the reason why he will not don the jersey for the Hawks. Well, the interesting thing is that the Hawks were able to beat Cameroon by 2 goals at the weekend. That was an amazing scoreline, and it did not have the man Sheyi Adebayo in there. So, what do the discussions point towards? Can they really do it without him? Well, they have been able to secure a very crucial result without him. I know that the discussions will be ongoing, but 1760 is a text code. You can send a text message so we can share with everybody. He has been talking about his career and playing for Togo.
Happy, as you can see for yourself, it was a fun day for us as a footballer. We're on a holiday and find a way to get Michael, find a way to get us all here together. And yeah, as you can see, we are having fun, enjoying ourselves, and everything is going so well.
2 years ago, you were here. This time around, too, you are here. What is motivating you to come here every time Michael calls you?
Listen, we are all Africans, so everything we can do to help our continent, we have to do it. And I'm very pleased being here today. And when Michael called me for the first time, I said yes. He called me again a month ago to announce me the news. I told him straightforward, yes, I'm coming again. So, yeah, that's why I'm here. Because at the end of the day, Africa gives us a lot. We definitely have to give something back, and that's what we are doing.
Ima, you've played for some of the biggest clubs in the world, Man City, Real Madrid. It doesn't come any bigger than this. What are you going to be doing after here?
I'm in holiday, so enjoy myself, have a good holiday, and I got 3 more years contract with Tottenham, go back to Tottenham, train, and start the season with Tottenham.
This might be a difficult one, but for some Togolese brothers in Ghana, they are sad that you're not playing the game against Cameroon tomorrow.
Listen, that have to be a choice. I made a choice, and at the end of the day, I'm in a team where nothing is going on very well, so I would rather stop and move back. If the team go better, then we will all come back. But right now, I'm in holiday, so I'm just enjoying my holiday.
Are you having fun in Ghana?
Yeah, of course, that's why I'm here.
Well, amazing thoughts there. He says that, well, things are going wrong. He's taken a decision and he's going to stand by it. Well, this surely is a very, very tough one indeed. Well, there is one man who's looking forward to playing Ghana in the World Cup qualifiers, and I'm talking about the man Hervé Renard. He used to be the physical trainer for the Black Stars team, and he is meeting Ghana one more time for the sole ticket from Group D to play in the two-legged tie that will eventually determine which 5 teams are going to play for Ghana in the World Cup. Remember that Coach Hervé Renard led the Black Stars, led his team to beat the Black Stars there in Zambia. And of course, at the last 2 editions of the Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea and Gabon, denying the Black Stars a place in the final, which they eventually won against Cote d'Ivoire on penalties. Now, after Hervé Renard, we go to Nigeria, where the Africa Cup of Nations winning coach and player, he won it as a player, won it as a coach as well, Stephen Keshi, he says that he wants to make certain changes to his squad that will play in the Confederation Cup, which begins on June 15. Now, Keshi has a settled look about his defense, but has made a host of changes with Victor Moses, Emmanuel Emenike. They are both unavailable. Joseph Yobo, Peter Osase-Odemuinche, and Obafemi Martins have also been overlooked. And Keshi was criticized by the local media before the Nations Cup, before choosing inexperienced home-based players to go and win the Nations Cup. So now he is going to play in Group B alongside Tahiti, Uruguay, and Spain, while Brazil, Japan, Mexico, and Italy make up Group A. It surely is going to be a very interesting time during the Confederation Cup in Italy. So let's see how all of that goes. The Confederation Cup is in Brazil, and we will see how all of that goes. And talk about Brazil. Brazil played France in an international friendly. You want to know what the result was? Just take a look at this. Usain Bolt. He was there to present the award. That's great, isn't it? Well, we will end with Formula One and how it all went down in the Grand Prix in Canada. So we'll be telling you how it all went with the upcoming video. But thank you very much for staying with us. There is more here on this channel. Like I mentioned to you, more exclusive interviews will be coming your way on Wednesday's edition of the show. Remember to join George Attoh Jr. later today for some more on football and everything all over the world. Staying with us. There is more here on this channel. Like I mentioned to you, more exclusive interviews will be coming your way on Wednesday's edition of the show. Remember to join George Attoh Jr. later today for some more on football and everything all over the world, especially the European Under-21 Championships. You'll be getting all of that on the football show with George Attoh Jr. and his team of analysts. Also, we'll be bringing you some more on Wednesday and on Friday. More exclusive interviews to look forward to right here on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. Thanks to the whole production team here at Joy Sports. Wednesday, obviously, will be the next stop. My name is Nathaniel Attoh, and I have love for sport.